Hello everyone, how's it going today? Chelsea here. I'm excited to bring you my TBR for the month of January 2020. So this is the first TBR of the year. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for the new year and have all of your goals set. Or if you're not setting a goal, that's cool too. Just enjoy yourself and have a good time. So the first book I want to read this month is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I have already started this, so I am almost finished and I cannot wait to talk about it with you guys because it is something special. Like, this book is gonna be big, I think. But I've seen only a few people talking about it as far as they got a physical copy, so I don't know how easy it is to get an art to review, but it is really beautiful and the pages are like, you know, textured and not evenly paced, and I like that. And it's a dark book, and it comes out I think either April or January, I don't know, it comes out this year. And it's a book about a girl who is I think 15 years old, and she goes to a private school, and her teacher, who's like in his 30s or 40s, coming on to her, and they have a relationship. And is it consensual? Is it rape? It's one of those things, you know, it's one of those Me Too movement sparked books. It is not based on a true story. They are very clear to say that in the front of the book. It's very dark and it's not going to be easy to read. I can tell, like, I've already gotten to some pretty bad stuff, but the character is battling with if she was raped or if she was consenting, and it was totally normal for a 15-year-old to be doing this. So just be prepared for that kind of subject matter if you are going to buy this book when it comes out. It is not an easy read. It is very difficult. It's probably the hardest book I've ever read so far. I've only read 2 or 3 really hard books, and this is the hardest so far. Definite trigger warnings for rape and things like that. It's really dark, but it is so well written, and it really does make you think about things and question what you believe. I think it's a very interesting character study. The next book I hope to read for this month is Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. This is a library pickup, and it is from the same author as Scott Pilgrim, so if you know that series, you should know what this is. It is a graphic novel, and it's a thick boy. Very, very pretty. The art is gorgeous, and the coloring is very nice. It's about a girl who runs a restaurant called Seconds, and she's wanting to upgrade, and some supernatural things start happening. I have gotten a little bit into this. As you can see, I have my little bookmark there, and I'm liking it so far. It even is kind of wintry themed here on the back, and I'm really excited to read it. I've never read anything by Brian Lee O'Malley, not even Scott Pilgrim. I've seen the movie, but it's not a super interesting story to me personally, but this was a little bit more interesting to me, so I'm liking it so far. The next book I want to read for this month is Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa, or Kagawa, well, however you say it. She's a very pretty lady. You can see a picture of her on the back. I got it at a used bookstore. It was a little more expensive than I think it should have been because I have found it cheaper other places, but it's a fantasy book, a YA or a middle grade fantasy, I'm not sure. I think it's YA. I'm a little nervous because I don't typically read fantasy. If you know anything about me, I've maybe read 1 or 2 fantasy books here because I struggle with visually, like, seeing what's happening. And I don't know if that's just me having issues with reading things, or if it's just not for me, or if I just haven't had the right book jump out at me. But I'm going to give this one a shot, and I'm really excited about it. I've heard it described as like Inuyasha, but like, I don't know. It's very anime described, and I'm really excited to check it out and see if it's actually like that, because Inuyasha is one of my favorite manga and anime series, if you know me. It's a thick one. It's like 400 and something pages, but it's fairly decent sized font, so I'm excited to read it. It is a 2019 release, and it's about a group of travelers who are trying to collect dragon scroll pieces. So it kind of does remind me of the Shikan no Tama from Inuyasha. I think that they got separated somehow, and if you gather them, you get like a wish, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. So maybe it's like Dragon Ball Z mixed with Inuyasha. We'll see. I don't know until I read it, but I'm really excited because it sounds really fun, and I like kitsunes and foxes and that kind of Japanese lore and fantasy, so I'm excited to check this one out. The next book I want to read is Volume 2 of Revival. This one says, Volume 2, Live Like You Mean It. And I kind of accidentally bent it, and I hate myself forever for that because it was in really good condition on when I got it. I got it off of eBay for like $4, and it has like 5 or 6 issues within here, so I'm really excited to continue the series. The art is very beautiful, very colorful, but also dingy because it is a dark subject matter horror novel. It's about this town that has like zombies that are coming back to life, but it's not like they're eating people. They just live their normal lives and they're normal again and they look fine. And so people are living with them, and they have their own name, but I can't remember what they're called. It's by Mike Norton and Tim Seeley. Sorry, I forgot that. At the very end of the first novel, some stuff was starting to go down, so I'm really excited to continue that and see where it goes because it's starting to get real spooky and dark and like drama. So I'm really excited to continue this one. The next book I hope to read is a manga called Library Wars Love and War Volume 1 by Kiro Yumi and Hiro Arakawa. This is an older series. I think it came out in 2010, so not super new, but my library did just get it, so I'm excited to check it out. It is a shoujo beat series published by Viz Media, so Viz always does a really good job on their manga. So I think it's going to be really good. The art is cute, just flipping through it here. It's a story about a government who is taking books from people or destroying books because, you know, control, and that is just a big way to control people, is to limit what they are reading and being educated with and learning from. So if you want to keep people uneducated, a good way to do that is to destroy certain books. And so they're destroying certain books. I don't know what the criteria for the books are, but they're getting rid of books and taking them away from people. And our main character here, I can't remember her name, but she wants to join the militia that fights against that. She's got a gun on the cover. That's pretty extreme over books. I mean, I love books, but I'm not going to shoot somebody over a book. She's fighting against that government shutdown because she had one of her books, her favorite book, was saved by someone in this force when she was younger. So I think that's really cool, very heroic, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't know if it's going to be super crazy and like anime, dramatic, weird, or if it's going to be like serious and more so about freedom and government control. So we'll see. I'm excited to check it out. And yeah, the next book I want to read is Dreamin Sign. I know I talked about this in the manga I want to read. Volume 1. This is the cutest cover. Like, I cannot get over how precious the covers for this series are. I know nothing about it other than like vague plot points because I haven't really listened to anyone talk about it. I don't want to spoil whatever it is. But look how pretty and pastel this cover is. And then on the back there's a little panda. I just love it. These are kind of expensive. It's a 7 Seas published, $12.99 brand new. I got it used at a bookstore for like $7.50. It's by the creator of Orange. If you know anything about Orange, it's fantastic manga anime series. And it came out I think in 2010. It's hard to tell. Like, it says 2008 to 2010 on the Wikipedia page that I looked up. It's by Ichigo Takano, and it's about a main character, I guess that's her, who feels unwanted and she doesn't feel like she belongs in her home anymore because I think her mom passed away and her dad is just taking care of the kid, and like she just doesn't feel like she belongs anymore, something like that. And so she wants to move out, and she finds this guy who has a place, and he says she has to do like 3 things to live with him or like get a place in the boarding house or whatever. And she does those things. I think it's like she has to tell him why she ran away. The second is that she must retrieve his missing house key, and the third one is to have a dream and fall in love. Okay, so he's forcing her to fall in love. That's weird. I don't know, but either way, it's supposed to be about love and discovering yourself, and so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty heavy because of how Orange was, and I'm all here for it. I love a good, deep, hard-hitting story, so I'm excited to read it. The covers are so pretty. I am really excited to have this on my shelves, and I want all of them. I don't know how many volumes there are, but I think it is completed if I'm not mistaken, so I do want to read this. Hopefully I'll like it, so we'll see. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I mean, of course, no spoilers, but I'm really interested to know what you guys think about them. I love reading new books and I love talking about books with you guys, so feel free to follow me on Instagram. I have the link in the description below. I love talking about books there the most. That's my favorite place to talk with regular people about regular books. And I hope that you'll do that. I also have a Twitter and all that good stuff down there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this TBR. I hope that you are reading and getting some reading done for the new year. I've already gotten plenty of stuff read. Like, I'm really excited at how fast I'm reading this year. Sometimes you just start off strong, so we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!